Good morning. Welcome back to Mimi on the Move. I'm Mimi, and this is part 2 of camp out number 6 at Englishman River Falls. It rained early this morning, so I couldn't get out as early as I would have liked to. However, the rain has stopped for a little while, and I thought I would take this opportunity to take myself and you on a hike down to the lower falls at Englishman River. And while we're taking this little hike, I'm going to play you one of my original songs, I Feel Like a Bird. I hope you enjoy.
I feel like a bird wanting to fly. The wind is my feathers, the music's my sky. To believe is such a magical thing. Whatever we feel, we can sing so high, so high. The journey's long and hard, they say, without some love and laughter on the way. So with the magic of the child in you, we'll find the dreams from yesterday. I feel like a bird wanting to fly. The wind is my feathers, the music's my sky. Picture pathways bending clear to the sky. Like an eagle so free, we'll spread our wings and fly. Without a dream, you'll work in vain. You'll vanish like the misty morning rain. So set your goals and dare to touch the rainbow's color through your window pane. The journey's long and hard, they say, without some love and laughter on the way. So with the magic of the child in you, we'll find the dreams from yesterday.
As I'm on this hike, well, I guess you should call it a walk. I'm not really hiking too much. I'm pretty slow here today. But as I'm walking along, I'm thinking, reflecting in the past of relationships, friendships, and that sort of thing. And I've had some close female friends in my life, people that I've cherished so terribly much. And there was one particular one that I had a really great friendship with, I thought. And it went on for a couple of decades. And then one day out of the blue, the minute that some huge event happened in my life, she had to walk away. She could not handle what I was going through. She didn't know how to be a friend to me from what I was going through. So rather than hang in there and be supportive, if she could have, she just chose to walk away. So I wrote this song for her. We used to call each other our bestie friend. This song is My Bestie Friend.
I reached for you, my bestie friend, the one I thought would never end, but you stood silent as she lay while I was cast aside and vilified. I called you when my heart was torn, the day my daughter slammed the door. The child I raised, now grown and cold, left me alone as I grow old. You watched me cry, you watched me bleed. You saw me break and made your choice. Without a word, you turned your back, you walked away, you vanished in my need. As for you, my bestie friend, the one I thought would never end, but you stood silent as she lied while I was cast aside and vilified. And now I see with clearer sight how I mistook your shade for light. I gave so much and you did not. Your selfish game got you caught. You left me there, grief struck and bare. When I was lost, you did not care. Both of you I once held close. You cut the cord when I needed you so. So here's my grief, my aching song of loving those who did me wrong. Let it be known I stood alone, but still my love was real, was grown. I reached for you, my bestie friend, the one I thought would never end, but you stood silent as she lied while I was cast aside and vilified. I reached for you, my bestie friend, the one I thought would never end, but you stood silent as she lied while I was cast aside and vilified.
Even though that song might have seemed a little sad, it's really not. It's just sort of indicative of how things can go sometimes. They say that you don't really know somebody or the strength of a relationship until times are tough. And that's when you really find out. And that's exactly what happened in this situation. That's when I found out that our friendship wasn't as strong as I thought it was. That's okay. It's all right. These things happen, and that's how we live. That's how we learn. So we'll continue on with our hike. I am enjoying this walk very much. As you can imagine, I've been doing some reflection, and that's what's brought these songs to light again. This is a really beautiful place, Englishman River Falls. Look way down there. Look at the water way down there. It doesn't maybe look like it's too far or too high with the camera view, but it really quite is. And in places like this, I'm actually going downhill and it's quite steep. I don't have any actual hiking shoes, but they would have been really good to have on this little hike because this is very steep and it did rain this morning. So it would be easy for me to slip on my smooth bottom shoes. I think one of the things I'm going to invest in soon is a pair of good tread hiking shoes. And that way when I go on these kind of walks, I'll be much safer. You can probably hear voices in the background a little bit. There are families walking around here in this area, and I'm trying to avoid getting them in the lens view because I don't think that they would probably appreciate that. Oh my goodness, look at the little buttercups. I remember as a kid, we used to pick a buttercup, put it under our chin, and if it showed yellow under our chin, it meant something. For the life of me, I have no idea what it meant. So if anybody knows that, feel free to throw an answer in the comments for me because I'd actually like to remember what that was. But it was fun. We used to do it all the time as little girls. I was just thinking, wouldn't it be wonderful on a very hot day to hike down here and jump in these little pools of water? I think that would be great. I might have to do that this summer. We'll have to watch for that video. I'm walking back up now, and this is where it gets really slippery because all these roots you see and the moss and everything, they've been rained on this morning, and I am being very mindful of my footsteps right now. Well, we got back from the hike okay and got dinner done and cleaned up and everything, and now we're relaxing. And my hands are clean. There's no food on my hand. I don't know what's going on, but every now and then MrMyster wants to lick me. So, because he's a senior old cat and he has this desire to lick me, I just let him. When he's all done, I'll give my hand a good wash and everything will be well again. But has anybody else experienced that with their cat? Like sometimes they just go on this obsessive licking thing? I don't know. Oh, and I should mention, every now and then, MrMyster gives me a bite. And I don't think he knows his own strength because he actually will draw blood and then he looks at me like he wondered what just happened. So I'm just praying at the end of this little session, he doesn't give me a chomp. So his little tongue is like a piece of sandpaper, and I'm hoping really that he gets distracted soon because I don't want to take his joy away by moving my hand, but on the other hand, I might not have much skin left if I don't. I think if you listen carefully, you can actually hear his sandpaper tongue on my skin. I suppose I should apologize for such ridiculous content. However, that's what my channel's about. My life, things in my life, things I do. This is one of those things that goes on in my life. As ridiculous as it might seem to be on video, the videos here are all about what really goes on in my life. Thank the Lord above, he got distracted by something outside. Oh my goodness, it's over. Oh, I think I'll just give him a pet and then go wash my hand. I'm just going to double check the campsite here and make sure that we've tidied everything up. Hey, mister. Oh, you watching the car? Okay, you watch the car. You watch the car. Well, it wasn't really a car, was it? It was the forest girl. All right, there's Mister, tied up to the picnic table. He's got a pretty good length of rope to go on. Looks like we're ready to go. The passenger seat open, but nobody sits there. That's funny. Fire pit is clean. I didn't show you the campfire last night. Oh, well, next time. We can't do everything the same every time we go camping now. But look at this. This, oh God, I don't even think you're going to be able to understand the scope of the steepness of this terrain. But literally, this is almost straight down. And that's where Mr. wanted to go. I said, no, 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 Mr. It's fine for you with 4 little legs close to the ground. But me, no siree, I'm not going after you down there. So we're just going to avoid that at all costs. And we've got this really nice privacy over here too. If there was like little kids here, they would have had a ball in this area right here. They could have like played hide and seek. They could have done anything. Oh, wonder where he thinks he's going. Where are you going, dear? Where are you going, mister? Okay, it's time for you to say bye-bye. Say bye. See you another time. Morning. We're leaving camp this morning. And I just did your little thing outside, so you saw us get the camp all... Well, the camp was ready to clean up. Look at my hair. I said, look at my hair. I mean, what I really meant to say was, don't look at my hair. It doesn't matter. Camping hair, don't care. That's what we're supposed to say. Okay, not that I ever do anything I'm supposed to. What the hell? All right, I make rules for myself, and I'll follow them. I'm not really 100%. I mean, I don't break rules on purpose. But who likes being dictated to, right? Who likes being dictated to? Who likes being talked down to? Who likes being humiliated? Nobody. Nobody at all. I remember a very wonderful man who's now passed. May he rest in peace. His name was Millen. And he said one time, by the way, he was very a self-made wealthy man. He worked for all his financial wealth. He worked hard. Him and his wife worked very hard. They made lots of sacrifices and they made that work. And aside from that, he was, and she still is, the most amazing human being that walked the planet as far as I'm concerned. And he once said to me, the most important thing in life is how you make people feel when they're with you. Not what you have, not what you give, material-wise or money-wise, but how did you make them feel? That's called wisdom, in my opinion. I like to think that every time I interact with somebody, how am I making them feel? And I was talking to a friend yesterday, Judy, and we were talking about that sort of thing, ego and music and songs. And she doesn't want me to be disappointed if people don't want to listen to my music that I'm creating. And it's okay. We had a really good discussion about it. And I assured her that when I do a song and share it, I leave my ego outside that door. Just like when I go teach a class, I don't bring my ego into my teaching space. I can't. Because if I did, well, if you bring your ego into all the places that you're sharing, you know there's going to be some people there that don't like what you're sharing, or maybe they don't like how you're sharing it. There could be all different things. The point I'm making is ego can often get in our way, and it can also be helpful to us if we have a very healthy ego. It's very, very personal. It's intimate. Ego is intimate. So I don't mind if you don't like my music. I don't mind if you don't like my teaching style in class. It's okay. If you get any benefit from either one of those things that I'm sharing, that's what makes it worthwhile to me. If one person gets benefit, if one person feels okay or better from me sharing something, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need the masses. It's not what it's about for me. Never has been. And I doubt ever will be now at this point. So that's it for my thing today. We're going to head out on the road today and get back to the city. At this particular campsite, there are no showers, so I did the sponge baby bath showers all weekend. So I'm looking forward to going to my shower place at at the co-op and having a really good long hot shower. Okay, so have a wonderful day. It is Sunday and I'm heading back, and I'll be back teaching classes in the morning, and I have a new song for them, and I hope they like it, and eventually I'll put it here too. And again, if you don't want to listen to my songs, just get yourself off this channel, because there's going to be songs coming, okay? Because that's what I'm doing lately. All right then. I again wish everybody lots of love, and I also hope that you can love. That's what I wish for everybody, to love and to be loved. Till next time. Well, this brings us to the end of our campout number 6 at Englishman River Falls. And MrMyster, he's been a little AWOL for a while, so I'm going to throw in a few pictures here of him for you. And with that, we'll say wishing you a wonderful weekend from both MrMyster and myself. And good night.